Today in the Aurora theater shooting, the company that owns the theater where 12 people were killed in July says that theater is going to reopen. The announcement comes as families of some of the victims file suit against the theater over security issues. We have team coverage this afternoon. 7 News reporter Amanda Kost will break down the lawsuit in just a minute. But first, Marc Stewart joins us from Aurora with reaction to the theater reopening. Marc?
Good afternoon, John. We are getting word late this afternoon from the owners here of the Century 16 that the cinemas will reopen at the beginning of next year. That is the goal. We are also told that the family members of the victims were also brought in on the decision-making process. Nonetheless, this is an emotionally heavy-duty next step, and many theater goers we talked to today say they will be torn.
It's good that the community is getting over the event and moving past what happened. But like I said, I don't really know if it's so great to reopen just because it was kind of become a sacred spot.
We are also getting reaction from the mayor of Aurora, Steve Hogan, issuing this statement late today saying, quote, "We will always remember those who lost their lives and the many others who were impacted that day. And while no one will ever forget that day, this is another step in the community's healing." We are also learning from the theater company itself that they will remodel the cinema. It will be completely reconfigured inside. We drove by earlier today. Right now, fencing surrounds it. There's a police car there. But when it does reopen at the beginning of next year, it will have a completely new look. We are live in Aurora tonight. Marc Stewart, 7 News.
All right, thanks, Marc. It's going to be an emotional opening, I'm sure.
Victims of the Aurora theater tragedy are suing Cinemark Century 16, filing lawsuits today in Denver federal court. 7 News reporter Amanda Kost digging into those documents and the allegations against the theater. Amanda?
And Teresa, you can see here blown up versions of both of these lawsuits. It's a long list of these allegations made by these victims. They're saying that the theater and staff failed them on multiple levels when they could have deterred or even prevented the mass shooting. 2 lawsuits from 3 victims, all inside Cinemark's Century 16 Theater in Aurora on July 20th for the Dark Knight Rises midnight showing, where the suspected shooter is accused of buying a ticket, propping open the exterior auditorium door, leaving, hauling an arsenal of weapons and ammunition from his car back inside, then opening fire in Movie House 9, stopping only when his gun jammed, with the lights low and the movie playing the entire time. In these lawsuits, the victims claim Cinemark Century 16 was negligent in failing to provide security guards, security devices, monitor unauthorized entry, and train or prepare employees to respond to a crisis, claiming, quote, "No security personnel and no employee intervened during the entirety of the incident. The gunman simply walked back out of the theater through the same door he used to enter and sat in his car." It goes on to say, quote, "At no time during the entirety of this incident was there any action taken by theater personnel to assist or evacuate those who were injured by the gunman." And just within the last 30 minutes, I spoke with an attorney from the law firm behind both of these lawsuits. They tell me it's very likely that other victims will come forward and file suit against Cinemark as well. Reporting live in the newsroom, Amanda Kost, 7.